All right, guys, what's going on? I think we are live now. Double check. Yeah, we're good. Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate you guys taking time to hang out with me and talk about the whole Blue Box Game Studios situation once again. Huge shout out to all of my subscribers. I'm gonna just wait a minute because what is this? Come on. I'm gonna just wait a few seconds here because every time my stream starts, a lot of people have to leave and then come back, and I don't know why it does that. For some people, it just doesn't automatically start. So I'm just gonna give it a second here because I did want to give a big thank you to my subscribers. Guys, we have over 1,000 people here already, which is crazy. So thank you for that. If you could just take a second and do me a favor, please hit the like button. It does help. It helps the streams a lot. So I would really appreciate if you could just hit the like button for me. We could honestly crush 500 likes right now if you guys wanted to make that happen. And here's another thing. We hit 90K subscribers today. We hit 90K subscribers. I'm relatively confident that it's going to stay that way. So to celebrate, we'll do another Blue Box studio stream because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was not planning to do this today. What I was actually planning on doing. Thank you for all the congratulations, by the way. I appreciate that a lot, guys. I really do. I actually wasn't planning on doing the stream today. What I was originally planning on doing was just a 90K subscriber celebration stream where we just hung out and talked about stuff. I was well aware that if we did that, we were going to inevitably talk a little bit about the whole Blue Box situation because it's kind of unavoidable on this channel, understandably so. And we may still do that. But something happened with the Blue Box Twitter where they deleted a bunch of stuff and everybody was like, well, I guess nothing's going to happen. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I totally thought that nothing was going to happen. So I was like, all right. And I kind of waited around a little bit today just to see if anything did happen because I was like, I don't know what to expect anymore. What I do know is right now people are we're in a situation right now where people are either 100% convinced that this is a scam, that this is a joke, and that these guys are Blue Box. They're going to get in big trouble at some point. They're going to go away, and there are people who are 100% convinced that this is for sure a scam. But on the other side, at this point, after what just happened, there are, believe it or not, there are people who are 100% convinced that, oh yeah, this is Kojima. This has Kojima written all over it, and this is Silent Hill. And so we're just going to talk a little bit about what happened today and, I guess what we think it is, what we think it could be. So, Sir Speaks a Lot, you're saying, I've obviously been here longer than you chimps, so allow me to show congrats to MBG first. He and Crap Gamer were my worst enemies, and now he is my ally. Well, thank you for that, buddy. Yeah, so before I start talking about it and going over some of the stuff that happened today, as I said, I just want to extend a massive thank you to all of my subscribers. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The past week, it's always been this way. It's always been this way where I get flack. I have some haters. There's people who are giving me some pushback. It's always been that way. I'm used to it. But I will tell you that this past week, this past couple months, but especially this last week, it's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad to the point where I've seen some stuff. I've screen capped some stuff just in case, like people are saying some bad stuff and throwing some bad stuff my way. And I screen cap it just to be safe. And then, there are also just people who are just flat out being mean, being rude, just being completely toxic, and they clearly can't stand me. The reason why I'm saying this is not to highlight them, but to highlight those of you who have been backing me up, who have been supporting me. People who have been here since the beginning, people who came on board, around 40K, 50K, and people who are just joining now. I really have to extend a sincere thank you, because I know I don't respond to a lot of people, and I know that I don't answer everybody, but just know that I do see a lot. I can't claim that I see it all. I mean, I am only human, but I see a lot. And I want you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed. And in fact, it's a huge driving force behind keeping me going here and keeping me, in better spirits and whatnot. So, I just thought it was appropriate before diving into this to let you guys know about that. And just, this could be the last Blue Box stream. I always feel like it's going to be. You never know. I know some people are getting frustrated because they're like, dude, stop talking about Blue Box. You're talking about it too much. I totally understand. We are a PlayStation channel, but this whole situation is just, PlayStation's been relatively quiet. Meanwhile, Blue Box, everything that's going on here, scam or not, they've been catching people's, they're getting people talking, So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 90K. We're on our way to 100K. I don't know when exactly it's going to happen. It could be a while from now, but hey, 90K is a huge milestone for me, and you guys have been here most of you have been here every step of the way, but those of you who are just joining, hopefully we can continue to do this for many years to come. So thank you guys. ASG, you're saying, hey, MBG, I'm a huge fan of your content. You're one of the biggest reasons I started my own channel. Also, congrats on 90K subscribers. Well, thank you so much for that, man. It always makes me feel good when I apparently, what I'm doing here is inspiring other people to start channels and whatnot. That's always a crazy thing to hear. So thank you. The 1B, 22,000, you're saying, at this point, the fact that Blue Box released this after 3 days of quote unquote technical issues is all the proof anyone should need to know that this is Kojima. I'm not going to speak on that just yet, but thank you for that, buddy. KD, wow, thank you so much for that generous donation, buddy. You're saying MBG the God, congrats on 90K, keeping it real, hashtag Team Real. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. That's a very kind and generous donation. So I appreciate the support, buddy. Really do. We have Mr. Unknown. You're saying they have like 6 different trailers that have to come out. I cannot see 6 trailers coming out. This needs to be confirmation at Gamescom, or we leave it. Yeah, I understand your feelings, Mr. Unknown. It's at a point where it's like a lot of people already feel like this has been taken way too far. If this is some kind of elaborate troll from Konami and Kojima and Sony or whatever, I actually do agree. Like I said it in my last stream, and I'll say it again, especially now. Like things have entered the realm of it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. No matter which way you look at it. That's what I find amazing about this, truly, is that we have entered a situation where if you're somebody who is angry and mad and you're like, these people are clowns, I can't believe they're doing this, it is unbelievable. It's almost, no, it's not almost, it is unbelievable to think that somebody, this Hassan Karaman dude, has managed to pull this off, even if it's just a con in the end, because it really makes you think, like, how has nobody intervened at this point? How has this not been shut down? How is this con allowed to go on this long? And then on the other side of the spectrum, if you do believe, if you are somebody who's still a believer and you're still Team Real, it's still unbelievable, because even people who are like, I'm a Kojima fan, this feels like it's Kojima, it feels like it's Silent Hill, it's still unbelievable, because it's like, how could it be allowed to be taken this far? And so I do want to say really quickly, I'm going to get to these super chats. Don't worry. If you give me a super chat, I'm going to read it. Don't worry about it. I just want to say really quick, a thought I had in my mind was there's been all of this conversation over the past couple of months about whether or not Kojima is going to stay with Sony, and whether or not, he's going to go to Xbox. There were conversations in the past about how, like, apparently Death Stranding underwhelmed Sony, and there's new management at Sony and they're just not interested. They apparently, rumors say they declined his pitch for a new game and whatnot. So this led people to think, well, this is why he's going to Xbox. And I thought to myself, what's funny is like on the other side of the spectrum, there were people saying there's no way Sony can let Kojima go. There's just no way. It's too big of a PR mess. It's not a good look. It would be a huge loss for Sony in the eyes of a lot of people and in the eyes of the public for them to just let him walk, right? And become, a free agent for Xbox or anybody else. And I thought to myself, if Kojima was interested in leaving and potentially doing his own thing, he's like, I don't know if I'm going to go with Sony this time. What would be the one thing Sony would have to do to keep him on board? It's like, Kojima, please don't go. We want you here. We want to keep you. And he'll be like, listen, I'm only going to stay with you guys under one condition. They're like, what is it, Kojima? Anything. He's like, so I have this plan when it comes to how I'm going to market my next game. And then they're like, oh God, like we got to do it. We got to do it. It's the only way we can keep him. It's just a funny little thought I had, but I highly doubt that there's any truth to that. It's just a funny scenario that plays in my head. Lego fan 237, you're saying ignore the haters, love your content, congrats to 90K. Let's get to 100K. Well, thank you so much, man. I'm doing my best. As I said, there are quite a few people who don't like that I do this, and it's like, people think that like I'm trying to con people. I'm literally experiencing this in real time with everybody else. And I actually really enjoy this. It's fun. It's interesting. It keeps things from becoming stale, in my opinion. Like, I'm going to be real with you guys. To me, this is so much more interesting, way more interesting, regardless of what happens, than say covering like 5 leaks throughout the week from supposed insiders and stuff, because even if this does result in nothing, like a lot of those leaks tend to do, and where they end up, at least this felt like it was more of a community driven thing. You know what I mean? So thank you for that, buddy. We have Big Nabs. You're saying, I hate the entitlement of today's gaming community. I mean, dude, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I've seen some stuff recently from supposed Metal Gear Solid fans where it's like, please don't let this be what represents the Metal Gear Solid community. I know that they can't stand me and they think I'm negatively representing the Metal Gear Solid community. But what I will tell you is that berating people and talking down to them and making it sound like they're not worthy enough to be a fan of a game or a series is not right. It's just flat out wrong. And I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to identify that that's a wrong thing to do. The way it should be. And honestly, I'll put it this way. If you are a fan of Kojima games, you really think that for the people like myself and many others who think this may be his doing, and even if it's not, you really think he would turn to them and say, yeah, please don't be a fan of my games. You're too dumb, or I don't want you to be a fan of my games. Like, no, I highly doubt that's what Kojima would say. I'm pretty sure Kojima would be thankful for anybody who is a fan, for any one of his fans who enjoy his creations and his art. I'm just saying. Black waifus, you're saying, put these, I'm not going to say that, on blast, MBG. Here's the thing. I'm trying my best to keep this positive no matter what and not let it get derailed. And I just have faith that in the end, with PlayStation, with games, with us just wanting to be excited about video games, I have a good feeling that in the end, I think we're all going to be okay. And I think that most people, like 95% of people, are going to be happy. That's how I'm viewing it right now. Because, there's always going to be that small percentage of people where it's like nothing will make them happy. You know what I mean? But we'll see exactly how it all plays out. One last time, I apologize for sounding like a broken record, but a lot more people joined the stream. We have almost 2,500 people here watching, which is awesome. Again, thank you. Please hit that like button for me, okay? If you want to show your support, celebrate 90K, celebrate, I guess, if you want to put it, Blue Box actually delivering the patch, even though it's a little bit underwhelming. We'll talk about that. Please hit that like button for me. Saying, JT, you're saying, here since 25K, haters going to hate. Nothing you can do about that. Keep doing what makes you happy, and the real ones will stay and support you, 90K. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And that's the thing is like I try not to be rude to anybody. Like I understand that not everything I do is going to please everybody. I'm not trying to please everybody. You can't please everybody. And so I just try to politely say to people like if you don't like what I do here, if you don't enjoy my community and you don't enjoy the content, like just take a break or maybe just walk away from it. Like obviously I want as many people here as I can get, but I don't want people to be here who don't want to be here. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's anything crazy or outlandish about that thought process or that logic, By the way, you may hear my stomach growling. I made the mistake once again of streaming and not eating before the stream. I'm regretting this already. I'm just kidding, but got my rant juice here. No worries. Mark, you're saying I came here when you were at around 45K, so I'm happy to see you double that. Wish you and your family the best of luck and health. Keep the AAA-ness going. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here with us. Primal Plasma, you're saying, as frustrating as this has been, the story has to be covered. And you are the Walter Cronkite, I guess. I don't know who that is of this Abandoned saga. Should I know who that is? I don't even know if I said their last name correctly, but thank you, Primal Plasma. That's the way I'm looking at it, too, is that even if this ends in shambles, I think no matter what, as I continue to say, we will all look back and be like, well, that we all got taken for a ride, unfortunately, and it ended in disappointment. But man, that was a really bizarre and interesting thing, So I appreciate that you guys appreciate that I'm covering this. Ryan, you're saying people are bugging out. You're laughing and you're saying the blue box stuff is just fun. They should get over it. Thanks for the fun, MBG. Well, I'm glad you see it that way. I know not everybody's going to see it that way, but I hope that in the end, even those who feel frustrated right now, I hope in the end they can see that this is meant to, like you said, it's meant to create a fun situation. At the very least, I always try to tell people, if you're not having fun, could you at the very least call it interesting? At least some of the things, some of the theories, right? I feel like if you can do that, then it's like, well, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. So I appreciate that, man. D-Dog, you're saying Hassan had this much trouble with an app. God save him whenever he releases the full game. Hashtag team I want my mommy. Yeah, I don't know, man. When it comes to Hassan, he is an interesting character. I think Hassan will go down in gaming history as, I don't know. I don't know what he'll go down as, but I have a feeling that people will not soon forget Hassan Karaman. Hated follower, you're saying, I'm sorry you are getting so much fun. I think you meant to say hate, but you say, to me, it's just fun. Or maybe you meant to say flack. I wish you felt you could speak your mind 100% without the backlash. To be honest, I will put it to you this way. If you are afraid that I haven't been speaking my mind, you don't have to have that fear, because go look at my past streams. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Part of the reason for that is because I have been 100% honest, like 100% honest, not holding anything back in my reactions and my opinions and my thoughts on this whole situation. Jack Rabbit, you're saying the lyrics say it all. The references to PT and Silent Hill couldn't be more clear. Yeah, I'll have to look into those lyrics. I actually didn't check them out yet, but some people have been telling me that. Gabe Too True, you're saying this is blatant trolling. We should all ignore it. Well, I'll put it to you this way. If you are somebody who does firmly believe that that's what this is very blatant trolling. Like, and I'm being honest right now. Like I'm being as sincere as I can. If you really believe that this is a scam and that this is a con artist and that this is a fake studio that isn't really making a game and they're out here causing all this trouble and laughing at people and making people look foolish, my honest to God suggestion to you would be to completely ignore it, like you said. Like, walk away from it. Don't pay attention to it. Don't let it take up any more of your time. That's my suggestion, if you actually believe that. Jerry A, you're saying this is the fire festival of the gaming community, and Hassan is playing the part of Ja Rule. Congrats on 90K, though. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that, buddy. Lewis Torado, you're saying the thing that keeps my expectations in check is the whole No Man's Sky thing a few years ago. I've been played by a PlayStation exclusive before, and you're laughing because of that. Yeah. I mean, dude, that's the thing. Is like we cannot, no matter how sure we think we are, and like, if you want to know my suggestion to everybody here, people are going to tell me what I should be suggesting. I feel like you shouldn't be doing that. I'm my own person. I have my own thoughts. I have my own opinions. And by the way, I know that people think that I have some kind of inside track. Guys, I really need you to believe me here when I tell you, honestly, my streams would probably be much different if I had an inside track on something. I have no idea what exactly this is. I have my own suspicions. I have my own thoughts on what I believe it to be, but I truly do not know the inner workings of what this is. I want so desperately to know, and it's clear that I can't know, and I have to try to decipher it for myself, just like all of you. So my suggestion to everybody, honestly, even the most pissed off people right now, only because I don't want people to feel bad, but I also I have a hard time believing that this is the end. My suggestion to you is just don't close the door entirely, okay? And even if you do close the door, at least crack a window, because that's all I'm going to say is like, don't dig yourself in 100%. Don't sit here and say this is 110% Kojima and Silent Hill. Don't do that. But also don't say this is 110% guaranteed nothing and a developer who is scamming people. You want to keep, and it's in everybody's best interest, keep just a slight, keep it open a crack. Keep your mind open just a tiny bit. All right. That doesn't mean you have to follow Blue Box on Twitter. Doesn't mean you have to watch my streams. Doesn't mean you have to sit around waiting for anything to happen. Just keep a slightly open mind. That is my suggestion. Okay. But yes, Lewis, we can't ignore the fact that there has been some pretty terrible things that have happened in gaming, like with the No Man's Sky situation, where people's expectations were it was so out of control, and Sony seemingly didn't do anything. They didn't intervene. They just kind of let it happen, and we saw the outcome of that. So yes, that is a definitely something we all have to keep in mind with this entire situation. Maxwell, you're saying, wait, what happened? I came late to the stream. So far, you haven't missed anything. I'm just going over some super chats, and I'm also just talking about, the channel hitting 90K and whatnot, and my how appreciative I am of the support you guys have been showing me. Definitely have. Okay, I'm going to try to go through these a little bit more quickly here because we have a lot of them. Alex D, you're saying Kojima's marketing campaigns have always been fun and had the enjoyment of fans in mind. Unfortunately, this has become the opposite of enjoyable. And yeah, you are right about that. I've seen a lot of people bring that up. They're like, dude, listen, there's no way this could be Kojima because not only has it been taken so far, but it's the fact that people are upset and they're angry, and it just, you've never really, it's like marketing 101. You know what I mean? Even if you're talking about edgy marketing, I will tell you this. If this does turn out to be Kojima in the end, there will still be people who are mad. And that's what's fascinating to me. That's why I am truly interested to find out if this is just an indie dev scamming people. Because if it's not, what's interesting is there will still be people who are going to be mad. Like, not everybody's going to forgive Kojima over this. And so I had to think to myself, like, is that a risk that Kojima would be willing to take? My answer to that is 100%. Undoubtedly. Kojima would risk that. The bigger question is, would Konami risk that? Would Sony risk that? Would anybody else involved risk that? To me, that's where things get blurred, where it's like, well, I know Kojima would risk it, but how would Kojima convince others that this is okay? Because marketing 101 will tell you this is not okay. This is not what you do. So, It's risky, man. I've been saying it. I've been saying for a long time that if this is Kojima, this is the most risky marketing scheme I've ever seen, ever. Like, this will go down in history as like the most risky. And yeah, it's crazy, dude. I don't know. And so that, honestly, I also want to say that the risk factor involved with this is the number one reason why people won't believe it's Kojima or don't believe, because, and I don't blame them at all. I absolutely don't blame you, because yeah, this is crazy. Like, this is absolute insanity. So we're all just along for the ride, and it's going to have to end at some point. It's going to have to end at some point. And I think that, yeah, as I said, I think we all just have to kind of keep a little bit of an open mind as to, you know, this could be anything. I also wanted to say, Alex D, because you're saying that Kojima's marketing, I'm not saying this to push back against you, but I'm just saying it as maybe just a different thought process that we have to consider. Again, keeping all possibilities in the open here. What you're saying is true. Kojima has never taken marketing anywhere near this, to this level, at least in terms of like allowing it to become unfun and almost torturous, right? My thought on that is, if, keep in mind, I'm saying if, people, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying if this were Kojima, my reasoning, like, I would have to ask myself, why would Kojima do this in this way and take it this far? The only reason I can think in my head is he realizes that if he does it any other way, people will know. And people will just be sitting back waiting like, okay, Kojima, we're waiting. Whenever you're ready to give it up, we know it's you. And I feel like the way it's being done right now, there are still people who believe it's Kojima, but I'll put it to you this way. If it is a marketing stunt, they have done a very good job at making people, a lot of people, I would say the overwhelming majority of people, believe that this is not Kojima, this is not Silent Hill, this is not at all any of that. They've done a very good job at that. So in a way, it depends on, like, you know, what do you think Kojima's intent may be? If his intent is to make sure nobody knows this is actually him in Silent Hill, he's done a very good job. But that also, again, it brings up the other side of the coin where it's like, well, at that point, doesn't logic dictate that, it's like Occam's razor. It's like, then it's just not Kojima and Silent Hill. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's a crazy thing, dude. It's a crazy thing. Nelson, you're saying, do you believe Sony is in on the whole thing more than they let on, and that it ties in towards the PlayStation event that is supposed to be coming up? Well, I'll be honest with you right now. Again, it's not that I'm not honest. It's just I feel like I have to say that when I'm about to, like, really just kind of dig into a deep thought process here. I feel that the strangest thing in all of this is I can't help but notice that while all of this conversation is being drummed up around Abandoned, around an individual named Hassan Karaman, around a game that people don't believe is even real, there's literal, and we'll probably see it pop up today on the stream, but somebody made like a graph, or it was like a chart basically of all the times Blue Box Games Studios did this in the past and how they have a history. And it says at the top, be careful, this is a scam. I find it utterly shocking that if that is true, Sony has done nothing. They haven't removed the app. They haven't contacted the developer. They haven't told the developer to stop with the weird stuff online. They haven't told the developer to basically go dark. I want you to keep in mind that this developer is they are touting PS5 exclusivity. They're touting PlayStation 5 exclusive features. Okay, like the tweets where they put out talking about the DualSense and using the microphone, and the real-time app talking about trailers and events and all this stuff. And so and people are so convinced right now that this is a scam. Like, this is literally a snake oil salesman and a con artist. if that is true, and you know, you look at the history is there. The history tells you that, yeah, that's what they did. That's what they do. They pretend to make games and they don't actually make them, and they cancel them and they go. Why has no one with the power, not a single human being on this planet with the power to end this, why have they not done it? Because I'll tell you right now, Sony and anybody at Sony, Konami, anybody at Konami, Kojima Productions, anybody at Kojima Productions, all it would take to end this is one single person with the power, because there are a lot of people who have the power to do it, to just say the words, "This isn't real," or "Stop listening to them." And boom, just like that, the head of the snake is severed and this whole thing dies. Just like that. And I know people bring up Life of Black Tiger. I'm sorry, guys. Did Life of Black Tiger get its own exclusive PlayStation 5 app where they tease trailers and gameplay demonstrations? Did the Life of Black Tiger Twitter account tease out that their game was actually going to be Silent Hill or maybe even Metal Gear Solid, and create entire Reddit posts and Reddit threads and just all of this stuff, right? Was Life of Black Tiger, was it trending? Now, you could say No Man's Sky. Again, I will agree that that is the biggest example. But again, if you think about it, if you're going to use the No Man's Sky example, then doesn't that actually make this a more poignant point, right? Where it's like, well, Sony already went down this path before. They know where this path leads. They need to end it now before it crashes and crashes hard. Sony already went through this. So the idea that they're dumb enough to just let it happen again, I don't believe that. I just don't. And that's why I'm saying, like, people are like, well, Blue Box is going to, you know, they ended themselves. You're saying CD Projekt Red? Yeah, but again, like, we have to understand that CD Projekt Red, the development of their game was not done with like, hey, we're PS5 exclusive, we're using all these features, and we're going to have our own dedicated app on the PS5 exclusively. Like, none of that stuff happened. I think that Sony was legitimately caught off guard by CD Projekt Red and how much of a cluster F that game actually was, just as much as everybody else. You know? I don't know. It did pass certification, though, so, you know, I think we have to understand that the real reason why Sony, and again, what I'm about to say argues the other side of the coin. As I always say, there's a duality here. Sony pulled CD Projekt Red's game off this store. I know that we want it to be like, oh, it's because Sony doesn't accept that stuff. I'm sure part of it was, but it was mainly because they're just like, we're not dealing with this. Like, we're just not doing it. Like, you know, the refund policy. But again, if you keep that in mind, this studio and what they're doing is generating so much negativity their way that you would think I'm telling you, man, it is bizarre. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, or no, not an actual car crash, like a car that's about to crash in slow motion, like super slow-mo, and all of these entities that I just named have the ability to stop it from happening or to stop anybody from getting hurt, and they're just sitting back and watching. It's just so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Let me see here. So to answer your question, I apologize, Nelson. Do I believe Sony is in on this? I'm not going to lie to you. The longer we go with Sony being pretty much completely silent, because let's be honest, Sony hasn't been doing much of anything lately, at least nothing significant. The longer they go being completely silent and just kind of letting this run amok with the association that this is a PS5 exclusive, this app is exclusive to their new console, and the longer they go without doing anything. And I also need to point out to you people, okay, let's point out to everybody here, please someone explain to me, why did Shuhei Yoshida comment on the Blue Box situation on the Abandoned app 2 times, not once, twice? He responded to it, the only Sony executive to say anything. And again, he could have shut it down instantly. He sees what's happening. The second time he responded by saying, Like, I'm not sure. Like, dude, you see the flames right now, bro. Like, there's no way you don't see it. All he would have had to say in that moment is, lower your expectations. Or, I don't know, he could have just said, we're not sure what this is. He could have done, like, the point is, he could have done or said anything in that moment that would have stopped this. And he didn't. He actually did the one thing that would make people go, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, he responded, but he didn't answer any questions. He, in fact, played into it. His first response was the, I'm not sure emoji. The other response was him just saying, And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like, again, Shuhei Yoshida is aware of the No Man's Sky situation. He was around when that happened. He was around when that happened. He watched it in real time as it happened. He wouldn't let this happen again. He wouldn't. Nobody at Sony would. Boxy Gaming, you're saying, congrats on 90K. I've been subscribed for about a year. The best PlayStation news YouTuber out there. Well, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate all the love you guys are showing me. Really do. Kenji Sori, you're saying, I think Kojima contact with Xbox is not really you're only working with us. Also, I know you're on Team Real, but this time is going the extra mile to try and make it seem like this was planned. No, like, listen, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of what happened today soon. It's just, I have a lot to say, obviously, on this. I will tell you right now that even though I am on Team Real, and I know that people think I'm either crazy or I'm delusional or I'm in La La Land and it's fine, I'll exist here until this thing is over, somebody on Twitter, I'll actually bring it up. They were like, dude, you got to wear this clown costume. I know it's not Halloween. And I'm like, hey, man, I'll do it. But can I at least wear the eye patch? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to run from it. I understand that in the end, I could look very foolish for believing this and being on Team Real. But every time, like, it would take restraint for me to believe that this is a scam because I don't believe it. I don't. Like, until they're like, give me your money, until they're like, pre-order our game, until they're like, watch this ad, until it's something obvious where they clearly have something very obvious to gain, and I'm like, well, what are you giving me in return? We're not seeing that, okay? They're not taking pre-orders. They're not asking for money. They're just basically asking, they're not asking anything of us other than to just believe that they're a small studio working on a passionate game. That's the only thing they're asking of us. So, but yeah, I do agree. If Kojima is talking to Xbox, which he very well could be, I don't doubt it. We don't know at all, like, what the extent of it could be. Like, is it exclusivity? Is it, a thing where it's like, well, he's already working on a project and now he's going to work on a second project with Xbox? Is it, well, when you're finished this project, go to Xbox? Or is it just an Xbox project? We don't know. We haven't heard any updates on that front. And I'm welcome to hear anything, like the last we heard is they were getting ready to sign a letter of intent, and that's it. And it has to do with cloud technology. Apparently not a cloud-only game, but utilizing Microsoft's cloud technology. We'll see. Maybe this could all be intertwined. Who knows? Maybe he's making a multi-platform game. You know what I mean? And he gave Sony the exclusive Kojima marketing rights, that only he can drum up. I don't know. It's anybody's guess. It truly is. Bamalam, you're saying big look on the deserved 90K subs. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Bamalam. I appreciate that, buddy. Sir Speaks Like, you're saying Bamalam is here. This is my spirit bomb. Perish, you evil Bamalams. And I'm assuming loud screaming. All right. Space D, you're saying, man, MBG BB is clearly a scam and y'all keep hoping. Let me ask you this, Space D, because I understand. Guys, I feel you. I want you to understand, I feel you, and I understand everybody right now who is convinced that this is a scam. I want you to know, I understand your feelings, truly, okay? And I'm not saying that you don't have pretty much every reason to feel this way, but I'm going to turn it on you for a minute. Don't you think that it's just like a little too obvious by this point? Don't you think that it's just right there. Like it's, oh yes, look at Blue Box. What a joke. I'm just saying, like, that's all I'm asking is, don't you think it's a little bit too obvious at this point? But you say we keep hoping. I want you to know, Space D, I'm not sitting here hoping for anything. There is no hope. There's a belief, all right? The belief, as I said earlier, and it's not a hope, it's a belief that in the end, it's all going to be okay. And I think 95% of people are going to feel pretty good. In the end. When the ending is, I don't know. We're walking the path together now, okay? I feel like we're all walking the same path. And while we're getting to our destination, we're having conversation with one another. Some people are turning to me and are like, dude, wait until you see where this leads, man. You're not going to believe it. Your whole world's going to be turned upside down. Your bubble's going to be burst. And then there's other people be like, no, I believe we're going somewhere. We're going to like it. We're going to like it. And that's where we are right now. All right. We're all walking the path together. And while we're walking this path and nobody knows exactly where it leads, we all have to come up with our own ideas and beliefs of where we believe it's leading, because I hate to break it to all the people who, I see people are like, they're like, I'm deleting the app, I'm done, and like I'm not paying attention to this anymore. As I said, I suggest if you really believe that truly, like 100%, that's what you believe, then you really shouldn't partake in it anymore. But my whole thing is, there's a lot of people, it's so easy, isn't it, to just say, well, I'm going to delete the app and I'm not going to install it. Do you know how many people deleted the app yesterday that are now reinstalling it because they heard the patch went live and they're like, I want to see this patch? We're on the hook. And there are some people who truly think they're not on the hook. Oh no, you're on the hook. You just don't know it. So stay tuned. Let me see. Although I do want to say, that's not to say that everybody's on the hook. No. Don't confuse what I'm saying. There are those who have never been hooked and they have yet to be hooked. And they might not ever get hooked. But there's a lot of people right now who are not hooked that I think they're gonna end up on the hook. That's just that's a belief of mine. I think that might be what's happening. Star Screams, you're saying congrats on 90K subs. I've loved your content through all of this. Glad to have experienced it all with you. Keep up the content. Well, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that. Guys, 2,700 people here right now. Hit that like button for me. We could easily crush 2,000 likes. We could do it. I need your help to do that, all right? I really appreciate it. Will Burvis, 19, you're saying, all I want you to do is play Persona 5, LOL. Great streaming. Keep it up. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so many games coming out this holiday. I don't know I don't know that Persona 5 is a game I'm ever going to play. I'm sorry to let you down, man, but I'll never say never. But, Raffo, you're saying Cronkite's classic reporter from the Vietnam War era. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that individual. Maybe I'll have to look that up. That sounds pretty intriguing. Victorious416, you're saying, I've subbed and unsubbed to your channel so many times over the last few weeks, but now I'm back. LOL, road to 100K. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing is like, this is a good opportunity for me, thanks to your super chat, to let everybody know, people who may have unsubscribed or may unsubscribe, or people who, there is a group of my audience who they just want me to go back to the regular normal content and not talk about Blue Box anymore. I want you to understand, I'm not like, this isn't going to last forever. All right. It's not. Like, this is just temporary, and that time is going to come. So just relax. All right. Don't worry. I haven't abandoned my normal regular content. This week in particular, things have been a little bit different the past couple months, occasional differences, but it's not going to last forever. Okay. Maxwell, you're saying, I'm literally here since you were an Xbox fan, since the era when MBG thought Crackdown 3 was a great game. LMAO, congrats on 90K. Bless you, boy. Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's always interesting to hear from the audience members who have truly been here, like, from way in the beginning, man. And, man, it has been a crazy journey. And it just seems to get crazier, doesn't it? Isn't it true? It just seems to get crazier the further we go, which I'm appreciative of. I love this, man. You know, this is so fun and interesting, and it's a great time with the community. Samurai Dad, you're saying, first of all, thanks for $1 million for your content. I'm a driver who picks up trash, and recycling 6 days a week. Your streams keep my work days rolling. Tinfoil Hack Gang. Well, dude, I love to hear it, man. I absolutely love to hear it, Samurai Dad. I sometimes it's hard to appreciate because you just see numbers in front of you. And when you see those numbers, you sometimes forget that, like, oh, like, I got 1,000 more views on this stream since it ended. And it just doesn't really click where it's like, wow, that's 1,000 people who just listened potentially to, like, this 2.5 hour stream, right? And I do it all the time myself. I listen to different podcasts, and I do it when I'm getting stuff done. And so it's like, it's just crazy to think sometimes, like, wow, people are doing the same thing with my content. So thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate the support, and I'm glad I could make your workday a little bit easier. Mommy Milkers, what a name. You're saying, hey, MBG, big fan. I wanted to tell you God of War Ragnarok is going great for playtesting. It's fully playable. The bugs just got to be squashed out. Well, Mommy Milkers, I don't know whether I can believe you or not. I want to say that, hey, I would love for that to be true. And I'm always open to any possibility, but I would hope that the development of God of War Ragnarok is going well. So I don't necessarily know that I believe it's in the playtesting phase, though. Seems a little bit too soon, right? But who knows? Maybe you're telling the complete truth. Thank you for that, though. Hold on one sec, guys. This dropped down big time. Okay, the Contextual Gamer, you're saying, in the end, we tried so hard but got so far. Keep it up, Musclebound. I still believe. Sony, save us. Yeah, dude, you know, I see a lot of Xbox fans. They come my way and they're like, dude, you're so pathetic. This is so pathetic. Like, you're so desperate. It's like, look, I won't lie, and I will be real with you. It's been pretty quiet on the PlayStation front. Like, PlayStation has been pretty quiet. There have been some rumors and some supposed leaks and whatnot, and Sony, they had that state of play in early July, and then there really hasn't been much. So it's like, yeah, it's a little bit dry. But if anything, I am thankful. Even if Blue Box does end up being a scam in the end, I will say I'm at least thankful that, well, I'll tell you what, they created an interesting journey over the summer that I don't think anybody was expecting. And even if it ends with the whimper, as I said, I'm just grateful that there was something happening, right? I've seen some people, they'll say to me, they'll be like, dude, this whole Blue Box journey, regardless of what it ends up being, this was like better than E3. And I'm like, well, you know, you got to give Hassan some credit here, at least a little bit, right? I saw that Abandoned was trending on Twitter. It had like 25K tweets. I'm like, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, how is this allowed? If this is a snake oil salesman and a scam, how is nobody stopping it? You know, like, somebody needs to stop this from trending on Twitter. And I know people are like, well, dude, you keep going with it. And I'm like, I'm waiting for something. Like, I'm going to tell you guys, if we didn't get this update today on the PS5 app, I was going to drop it. Because I'm like, if they don't deliver this update or this patch, I don't believe it. I'm done. Like, because it's like, what am I supposed to do? Just literally keep waiting for a patch that's never going to come? And then they did it, and I was like, I made the thumbnail for my 90K subscriber stream, and that's what it was going to be. I was not planning to talk about this. And then they drop it, and I know I know the content in there was like, well, it's nothing new. I understand. But I want you to look at that layout. Things are coming. What they are, I don't know. But this is quite unusual. It's quite unusual, right? I don't recall a developer having an app like this, a game app on the PS5 with a layout like this where they're just going to reveal their game. You're saying I'm absolutely insane. Well, hey, man, at the very least, can you give me some credit that I created the stream, you're here, and I read your message, So there's that, right? Sometimes I feel like people leave messages, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like sometimes people leave messages in the chat and they just don't expect me to like read them. Like they're just not, and then I read it and they're like, oh, we actually read that, But thank you for that. You see, Green Owl Gill, you're saying, never owned a PlayStation system yet, LOL, but I enjoy your content with your chill vibes, MBG. Just dropping in to say congrats on 90K subs. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Billy No Talent, you're saying, this was a fun ride, even if the ARG wasn't on purpose. 10 out of 10 for a free game. Yeah, there's an interesting tweet from Blue Box that we got back in June that I want to go over with you guys again that I think it's I think it's quite revealing at this point. AO Theo, you're saying Kojima is known for social and political commentary. Yes, he is. Skin Tight Salmon, you're saying congrats on 90K. Sorry for all the chuds talking trash on you. Keep your chin up, kid. You make amazing content. Well, I really appreciate it, guys. See, this is why I keep going, because I know that I know not everybody's going to appreciate it, but I know that there are those of you who do genuinely appreciate it. So that's why I keep going. So thank you, guys. You guys are the fuel that keeps the vehicle rolling here. Dave Wilson, you're saying, hope for everything, expect nothing. I understand disappointment and frustration, but no one deserves the level of hate and rage some people spew. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's the thing, is like some people get really bad. Like they go into territory where it's like, no, like this isn't justifiable, So I understand what you're saying. Nipo Sama, you're saying, for Sony to allow this circus, there must be a VIP involved behind it and valid reason to play a trick to a community. Let the game do the talking, or I think you mean teasing. 90K, thumbs up. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I tend to agree. As I said earlier, it's very, very odd that by this point in time, Sony still hasn't done anything at all. Venom, you're saying the app is 100% what Blue Box said it was. It lets you view the game trailers and real-time graphics. It's just an indie dev. People just expected too much. That is true. Technically, so far what we have received is what they said we would get, mostly. So, I just want it to be known. That today started with people saying this isn't real. Okay. I've been following this, and 99% of, not 99, but like 95% of people, maybe 90%, were saying that this isn't real. Like, delete the app. Like, the patch isn't coming. It's not coming. Like, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be that screen that says check back soon. And at the last minute, it feels like the last minute. Anything they do at this point feels like the last minute. They're like, actually, here's the patch. People are still not happy because they're like, that's what you give us? It's like, yeah, you didn't expect this? Guys, you were already told. Gonna calm myself. All right? I'm gonna calm myself. Let's just keep it rolling, all right? But yes, you are correct, Venom. They are a small indie dev, and they did tell us that this is what we could expect. Space D, again, you're saying, because in the end, Sony doesn't have anything generating talk for the rest of the year. Most likely, they're loving that fake hype. See, that's where I disagree, Space D. I understand that, you may look at it as, well, Sony's, they're rolling in this as well. Like, no. Because here's the thing. Sony, they're Sony knows what they have. Okay, if Sony wanted to generate hype today, right now, they could do it in an instant. They could just literally, Sony could literally just repost the teaser that they showed us in September of 2020 for God of War Ragnarok on their PlayStation account, and that's all they do, and people will run with that for a week and a half, hyping it. That's all they had to do. So no, it's not that, okay? That's all I'm telling you. Relapse, saying Kojima is the Tarantino of video games, and this moment is real. Enjoy it, people. MBG for the win. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Walter Street. Well, first of all, thank you for the 10 donation. And then Walter Street, again, you're saying Sony being in on it is a valid point that needs to be factored in. Yes, the app is free, but it's not free to get this content on the store and on the blog. Yes, Walter Street, you are correct. Tevin Ruff, you're saying, after people have done mental gymnastics to convince themselves this is a Metal Gear Solid remake or Silent Hill, you believe someone saying no makes a difference. Blue Box themselves have already said that they are unrelated. Well, like I said, I'm not closing. I know that I'm doing mental gymnastics, but I want it to be known that I am not closing the door entirely on the possibility that they are unrelated to them and that this has nothing to do with it. It's just that as of right now, people ask me, well, what's it going to take to convince you? It's simple. It's not going to take much to convince me that this isn't Kojima, that this isn't all a marketing ploy. All it's going to take is, like I said, one person with the power to end it. Hassan doesn't have that power. We all know this, okay? Sony, Konami, Kojima, everyone knows that when Hassan goes on Blue Box Game Studios and said, we want to set it straight, we're not related to Konami, we're not related to Sony, everybody and their mother knows that no one's going to believe that, or at least very few people did. Keep in mind, that came after they teased the S&L tweet, okay? And then after they said we're not associated, they then went on to tweet what seemed to be a man in an eye patch that clearly made people think Metal Gear. And yet, no one has stepped in. Not a single soul on this planet who has the power to end it has ended it because they want to keep it going. Why do you think that is? So, for those wondering why I still believe, or no, not that, what it would take for me to not believe and basically be like, you know what? I was wrong. I'm done. Somebody with the power to end it needs to end it. And it could be done tomorrow. It could be done the day after that. And when that day comes, if it does come, something tells me it won't, then I'm gonna, even if they go silent for months, I may not talk about them for months, but if nothing is said, I'll always believe this was some weird Kojima stuff. Okay? Or maybe not months, but people keep saying it's a scam. Guys, for those in the chat right now, I'm genuinely curious. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm serious. For those who actually think this is a scam, my question to you, because I am looking for a little bit of insight here, what are they scamming you out of? Like, a scam implies that they want something from you. Like, they want money, they want to gain something. What is it that they're scamming you of? Like, time? That's a little strange, don't you think? Patience, attention, not from us, but from investors. Who invested into Blue Box, though? They want investor money, but I need to know right now, who's investing in the Blue Box? There's only one company that I'm aware of that has any investment in Blue Box. That is Sony. So what I'm trying to say is, like, at least with that point that they want to convince somebody to back them, they already did. Sony. By the way, all the people who think this is a scam, let me give you a little reminder. Okay? You really believe it's a scam? You really believe that this is a snake oil salesman? Hold on, guys. Every time with this freaking monitor. The brightness is just too much. You're saying Sony didn't fund them? Well, that's not what Hassan said. But then again, I don't think we can believe Hassan. Yes, look at my hairy arm, everybody. Up close. Get a good look. All right, there we go. All right. I want to give you a little reminder for people who think that this is a scam. Okay? Nobody knows who funded them. Yeah, right. Nobody knows who funded them. Let's go. Let's take a walk down memory lane here. One of the tweets that wasn't deleted today. A message from Noir, outsourcing studio. Guys, for anybody right now, I'm serious right now, for anybody who is watching my stream, this tweet is still up from Blue Box, and this video was a real video that was made by the founder of Noir. Noir is a real studio. Go on their website right now and look at the games that they've worked on. Look at their clients. I'm serious. Go do it right now. You think this isn't real. You think this is a scam. You think that Hassan somehow was able to get Noir, like one of the biggest outsourcing studios, to make this specialized personal video for Hassan and Blue Box, for a snake oil salesman that's not real. You think... somebody says yes, you actually think that? Dude, you thinking that is crazier than anything I've said. I'm just saying, man, like, this exists. This exists. This is a real thing, people. Like, Noir Studio, at this point, would have literally... They would have told them, like, you take that video down right now. They wouldn't keep it up. I'm just saying, man, like, I think a lot of people forgot that this happened. Yeah, go on their website. Blue Box isn't on their website, yet they have a video here supporting Blue Box. But I'm sorry, guys. I do still have some super chats I have to go over. I don't want to miss them. Oh no, I shouldn't have left that screen. Oh no. Okay, good. It saved it. All right. I'm glad. Got nervous there for a second. Green Al Gill again. You're saying, I just hope Sony doesn't make this last too long. Too many fans could lose interest, and this brilliant marketing move could come to nothing. Thought? So you do bring up a good point, Green Al Gill, and that's why I'm saying that. Even though I am convinced that this is what we think it is, as I have continued to say, I am absolutely mind blown if this does turn out to be what we want it to be, that they would take it this far. But that's just it. I'm going to ask you guys, chat, everybody in the chat, I want you to let me know. What would it take? What would it take for all of this to be okay? What would it take for all of this to be forgiven, to be forgotten, maybe not forgotten, but to be forgiven? And to just be like, okay. I'm just reading the chat for a second here. I'm seeing the same thing from everybody. I'm seeing the same thing from everybody. The only way this works, the only way this works is if you deliver the content that people want. Okay? That's the only way this works. That's the only way that it comes together. Because if it doesn't, then what are you left with? What are you left with? All right. So that's my thought on that, agree now, Gil. The Zach890, you're saying, what was the technical issue that caused the delay if it was just the same trailer that was on Twitter? I don't know. They said at first I think they said it was a graphical glitch. I don't know. One thing we do know about Bluepoint is they certainly like to keep people waiting. Patton27 saying Gilson B points gets continual certifications. I'm not sure what to make of that, buddy. Sheldon Suggs, you're saying here way before the face reveal, been meaning to super chat and become a member, but it's me who is missing out. You rule, man. Easy. Best out there on PlayStation. Cheers. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Really do. You were here way before the face reveal, so yeah, that was a good time, right? Waleed, you're saying Silence of Sony posted is making this worse for us. Yes, it is. Isn't it interesting? I just want to say, guys, don't you think it's even a little bit interesting? I know some of you do, but for maybe the non-believers, don't you think it's at least a little bit interesting that all of this is happening with this app and Blue Box during an extended period of time where Sony hasn't really done or said anything? Don't you think it's a little bit interesting that those two things coincide perfectly with one another? It's almost, hold on. It's almost like it's leading to something. Well, no, that's crazy. Whoa, MBG. Whoa. You better calm down. I don't know why I just said that, but that's insanity talking right there. This is leading to something? What? I have lost my mind. I'm literally a crazy person. Somebody clip that. I'm literally a crazy person. Let me see. Darkborn, you're saying, what would be your reaction if on Monday, with no new info, we get a BBGS welcome to the family from PlayStation, like with Housemarque? I mean, you know what my reaction would be? My reaction would be, I'm not surprised. I'm like that. I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I wouldn't be surprised because it wouldn't be Blue Box, obviously. Playable prologue. Oh man, I totally forgot. Guys, if you download the Abandoned Realtime app and you download the update, after the little teaser you see, which, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looked like the teaser. That's the one thing I will say is, like, even if this is a real indie studio, whatever that is, it looks pretty good, man. I watched it on my big screen and it's in 4K and I'm like, that graphics look pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I got to give them that. Like, that's what we saw, right? But at the end, it says playable prologue coming soon. Playable prologue. The day after PT's 7-year anniversary, we get Blue Box Game Studios coming out saying, hey guys, look out for that playable prologue. I mean, look, man, believe it or don't, you got to give him credit. PP, that playable prologue. Sean, you're saying the Kojima tweet talking about watching his trailer on a TV, and it's the shortest trailer he's ever done, makes it so obvious now to me. I've tried. I know that right now I'm the crazy guy, and I'll accept that. Crazy MBG. Maybe I should temporarily rename my channel, just Crazy MBG. Right? I've tried telling you. I've tried telling you. I've tried showing you. And I realize at this point, look, I know that not everybody's going to listen, and I'm not saying you need to listen, but it's like my suggestion to everybody earlier, and I was being serious with that suggestion. Just don't close the door completely, and if you do, at the very least, crack the window. Crack the window. All right. Mr. Unknown, you're saying subreddit starting to get toxic again. I don't really check the Reddit that often. I check it sometimes when we're on here, but Mental Breakdown Gamer was a good one. Yeah, dude. I gotta say, some of the craziest stuff has happened. What if I'm wrong? Then I'm wrong, dude. Then I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. The reason why I'm okay with being wrong with this, and I'll just accept it, is because I can't remove the belief. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you truly believe something, for all my believers out there, people who know a thing or two about faith, you know that when you truly believe something, there is no fear of being wrong. There can be no fear of being wrong because you truly believe it. Now, maybe that makes me insane, but I can't help it. It's what I believe. Manic bipolar gamer. Come on, I'm not that bad. Zaku Gurin, you're saying, I think the game is their previously canceled game, The Haunting. Sony probably picked them up to have them make the game for PS5 with help from devs. So I will tell you this. I'm going to tell you guys this. The thing that really kind of shocks me, because, I told you, like, this is what I believe, but there's one thing. That image that people are putting out, which we will go over here, is like the history of this studio. Like, it's there. Like, this studio has a history. And so it's really, really, really difficult to determine how that can be a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's totally outrageous. But you're saying it's a fake history? I mean, so one of the things I noticed is with their very first game, with Blue Box's very first game, it was somebody will have to tell me the name of it, but it was like a horror game of some sort. And with their very first game, I don't know if it was their first game or their second game, but they took what they were trying to do and they put it on Kickstarter. And the Kickstarter didn't go anywhere, but there was suddenly a private investor, a single private investor who offered to fund the entire game. But then after that happened, after the private investor offered to fund the entire game, the game suddenly got canceled. So I don't know. They have a very strange history that, again, guys, I just want you to know, Hassan said in an interview, with Al-Hub, I think, he literally said that the way his relationship started with Sony, or how he managed to get an exclusive game deal with Sony, was the game was he said the game was canceled, and after the game was canceled, that's when Sony found interest in them. And I'm like, what? Does that make sense to literally anybody? The only way that makes sense to me is Sony was pretty much Sony bought the studio and they wanted to use them for something. It doesn't make, you're saying localization. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're a localization dedicated studio in the end. It would make sense, right? If you think about it, that would explain away everything. They are an indie dev. They are a small team. They are real, You're saying, yeah, Sony must have been high. It doesn't make any sense. Sulo, you're saying the lyrics of that song in the teaser hint at PT. Clearly, it's "I Saw Stars" by Deep Sounds. Yeah, somebody posted an image of the lyrics for me. We'll go over that. We haven't actually gone over anything, and I apologize. It's just you guys are so awesome with the super chats and supporting the channel. I want to make sure I give you guys your time here. You know, I feel like that's only fair. Plus, you guys are saying some interesting stuff here, showing a lot of support. But a lot of people, Sulo, have said that to me. They've said that these lyrics pretty much sound like PT or whatever. Plus on Black, you're saying, F the haters, you gave them enough of your time. Let's try to figure this stuff out now. What is your idea? My ideas on this craziness? Well, Plus on Black, I guess what I can say to you is I have a lot of content on the channel that started... It started from June 15th till now. And a lot of that content tells you what you need to know in terms of what I think and how I interpret all of this. And that has not changed. I encourage people to go back to my very first stream on this that happened on June 15th. That stream is still up. Notice the title of the stream. Watch the stream if you want. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Nothing has changed. But thank you for that, man. Abu Gamers are saying, Dear MBG, the hype is called hype to a certain extent. But this abandoned thingy is just a media PR roller coaster, nothing more. Report on actual news. Dude, let me ask you, I mean, and I understand what you're saying, man, but like, what actual news right now? What's the big Sony or PlayStation related news that I should be covering? Don't get me wrong. I want you to understand when I say this. I know that there have been some things I've been slacking on a little bit lately. Okay? This has been taking a lot of my energy, you know, and doing streams more. I know that I haven't been covering a lot of stuff, but it's because I'm fairly certain that the real news that people are looking out for and hoping for is on its way. So that's why. By the way, guys, please hit the like button on the stream. We're almost at 1,400 likes, which is awesome. The reason why I ask for the likes is because they help the stream. It helps the algorithm. It's a way to get more people to check the stream out once it's done. So if we could get to 1,500, that'd be great. If we could get to 2,000 before this stream ends, that would be incredible. So I'd really appreciate that. Take a second to hit that like button. Chris B, you're saying 90K Crackdown 3 playthrough. Keep it, MBG. I think you meant to say keep it up, but no. Sorry, man. I can't do it. I can't do Crackdown 3 playthrough at 90K. No. Not even at 100K. I'm sorry. It just can't happen. Shane Ramsey, you're saying, I have been a member for 9 months and I can't see that dropping anytime soon. Keep up the awesome work and road to 100K. Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you being a member, buddy. Brandon Chad Perez, you're saying, I used to watch your Xbox content but never subbed. Once you put out your I've seen the light video, you deserve my sub and over time and membership as well. Keep going from strength to strength, man. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, it's, as I said earlier, it's been a wild journey, and it keeps getting crazier. So I'm glad you're along for the ride. Patrick Wagner, you're saying, after the lying tweets today, I'm convinced Blue Box is fake. In other news, Splitgate is an amazing game. I've been hearing people talk about that. I was actually playing the Back 4 Blood beta, which has been pretty fun. I've also been playing some Outriders. And right now I'm basically just waiting for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut to drop. But I've heard a lot of people talking about Splitgate in a really positive way. I may have to check it out. Fever Demon, you're saying D's nuts just to lighten the mood. Thank you. I appreciate that. Saying JT, you're saying I'm 22 and listen to your streams during work. I build bandsaw all day at one of two companies in the US that builds bandsaw. You help my work day go by. Well, I'm glad to hear that, saying JT. You're not the first person today to let me know that I apparently help your work day go by a little bit smoother. So always great to hear that, man. I appreciate it. Patton 27, you're saying it's veering too close into bad PR to be legit, in my honest opinion. See, I will say that I believe that's true. I believe that's true. And that's why I am convinced that if this is a Kojima thing, I do wonder if anybody who let him, if it is Kojima in the end, somebody clearly had to let him do this. I do wonder if they're maybe regretting it a little bit, like, oh God, like he took it too far this time. But I don't know. You're saying IGN on YouTube has the Abandoned teaser? I'm telling you now, like, if this is what we think it is, I don't see how anybody could actually be mad in the end. I really don't, dude. Like, I don't understand how anybody could, like, if it's like we find out Sony and Konami, or Kojima and Konami made up and Silent Hill's real, how could you be mad? I mean, I understand you could be like, wow, that was something else, and I could understand being a little bit annoyed, but could you really stay mad? Like, could you really be angry knowing if that is the truth in the end? Could you really hold on to that feeling of anger and frustration? I feel like very, very, very few people could, honestly, you know? So I don't know, but I do agree it is veering into bad PR, right? Game Passion, you're saying, do you believe that the history of Blue Box could have been Kojima ever since to leave a trail of reasons not to believe for this exact moment? Dude, to me, that is where it's like, I can believe a lot of things that is way too unbelievable to me. Like, in the middle of him making Death Stranding after what happened with Konami, to think he would keep a shell studio alive just for this moment, like, that he doesn't even know would ever happen. I don't see that. That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, the history of Blue Box is the one thing that eludes me, where it's like, I don't understand how that could be a thing. You know, you look at the hit, like, there is a paper trail. That's the thing about it. There's a paper trail for Blue Box and their history. And I'm like, that's not something you can fake or just make it, you know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing. So, let me see here. We have Tech Noir. You're saying this trailer screams Joel from The Last of Us 2. Is each tease from a different unannounced game coming 2022? So one from MGS, another of Silent Hills, now Factions 2. I don't know about that, but dude, did you guys notice in the app itself, there's at the bottom left, there's gameplay demonstration number 1 and then gameplay demonstration number 2. Is it all for the same game? I don't know. Juan, you're saying, man, happy to be part of your community. I appreciate all your updates. It really makes it easy to keep up with what is coming to PS5. Keep it up. Really glad to hear that, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're here. Acute perspective effect. You're saying MBG Sony could have just supported the gaming industry and attend E3 2021, but Sony, Jim Ryan is a prima donna, and he's using this Blues Clues Scooby-Doo social media Blue Man Group Blue Box conspiracy. I gotta say, man, that's a hell of a description you got there. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know that Sony's wrong for not going to E3, but we'll have to see if Sony has anything up their sleeve this year, like their own event or anything. Tom R., you're saying, dude, I just loaded the Abandoned app, and I know I sound crazy, but that UI style and layout is so Kojima. It is, isn't it? It is, right? Like, I said the same thing out loud to my wife. I'm like, we're looking at this. I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm crazy at this point, like you said, but like this just looks like something Kojima would make. I don't know how to describe it, or explain it, but it does. It has a unique style. Primal Plasma, you're saying, I think you were in on this. They would never let you come so close to the truth without intercepting you and letting you in. Well, no, dude, like, you guys know I've had communication with Blue Box, but there hasn't been anything. It's like I told you, like, any communication I've had with Blue Box, anything they've told me in a way has already been revealed by them on their social media, whether it's by answering other people. You know, Hassan is out here messaging people on PlayStation Network, and he knows that people are going to go share that. He's not done. Like, he knows that, you know, so it's not like there's any secrets here. And people were saying, like, oh, did you hear that clip that came out where they said that they're trying to make it Silent Hill and whatever? I'm like, well, why on God's green earth would he say that to anybody on a recording of all things? It's like, dude, like, anybody could take this and go. It's because, guys, like, okay. So it's fine. I guess people just believe that this is just a very, 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 very dumb developer that doesn't know what he's doing. Yes. I will say, though, he did manage to get this app on PS5, and this team at Blue Box managed to get Noir Studio to make a video for them, and they're managing to get themselves trending. I don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy what they've managed to do. It's almost like somebody says, like, I've never seen an individual who is so incompetent yet so overconfident at the same time, and yet there's like this is still going on. It's like something out of a movie, isn't it? Abandoned, a Hideo Kojima social experiment. To answer your question, Primal Plasma, I'm not in on anything, man. Like, I know I talk like I am sometimes, but it's not that it's because I'm convinced that we are in it together. Like, those who believe, I'm fairly certain, like, we are in on it because we know. Like, we see what's being said in front of us. We see what's being revealed in front of us. Not everybody can see it yet, and some people won't see it until they actually get the real thing in front of them. But we do see it, and in a way, we are in on it because we know what this is, if that makes sense. Alex White, you're saying, I'm also pretty crazy. Kojima's saying he made the shortest trailer, Friday the 13th, playable teaser's birthday, and playable prologue announced. Well, PT's birthday was yesterday on Thursday. So as I said, it's just crazy timing. Everybody was like, uh-oh. Even I thought, they're like, uh-oh, it's going to happen. Thursday, PT, 7th anniversary. And Hideo Kojima on Twitter was retweeting a bunch of fans and everything, him standing under the sign that says PT. And everybody was like, that's not a sign. It's not because it's the anniversary. And I'm like, that is done so meticulously, so perfectly. It's executed perfectly. Of course, Kojima. Of course, you're out here retweeting all the Silent Hill stuff, all the PT stuff on the one day, the only day you could do it without anybody calling you out and making it obvious. Because it's the anniversary. He's just celebrating. Don't be a crazy person. Just let the man celebrate his past creation, of course. But again, the timing of it is like it's right in between a patch delay from Blue Box and then the very next day, oh, well, the glitch was fixed. And we can expect a playable prologue. You can't make this stuff up, dude. You're saying, I mean, if this is a scam, the clowns are us and Sony. Lawsuit plausible if so. Yeah, you have to imagine there could be some legal repercussions in some way, shape, or form. Right? Spacey, you're saying in 2015 they announced the playable teaser too. Ivan Garcia is saying, if this truly is an indie game, will this be a day one buy for you? I mean, with the amount of content you've made on this, I think it's fair to play. I mean, dude, if this is a real indie studio that just makes an indie game, I'll have to give it. Like, I will support Blue Box just for managing to release a game, given their history. I will buy their game and play it just to say, you know what, you actually made a game. I'll buy it and I'll play it. So yeah. What an utter waste of time. Possibly. But I doubt it. PT was announced. Scott, you're saying PT was announced 7 years ago at Gamescom, which is only 2 weeks away. Just saying. You know what I'm waiting for, dude? Do you know what I'm waiting for? I am waiting for the moment when the tide turns. When all of the people right now who are convinced that this isn't what we're claiming it is, dude, that's going to be a glorious day. That is going to be one for the ages when you see what happens to people. Oh boy, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Jay, you're saying this reveal feels like when my dad said we're going to Disney, but ends up taking us to the local carnival with a great value Mickey walking around. I mean, dude, it's, as I said, it's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. We can't discount anything. Nothing is off the table. Suud Al Sharif, hopefully I said your name correctly. You're saying at this point, I don't really care if it's Silent Hill or anything else. I just want a good horror game. You know, that I can agree with, man. This doesn't like, at the end of the day, like if this just ends up being like a great horror game, I don't care what it's called. I don't care who made it. If it's a great horror game, I'll play it, you know? So I can agree with that. Dan, you're saying Blue Box doesn't have a blue check mark for a reason. Yeah, it's true. They don't. I also don't have a blue check mark. It's a lot of people who don't have blue check marks. Truth Decay, you're saying most actual news is just people parroting things others work, not adding anything. I'd prefer more opinion and conjecture from my gaming YouTubers. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I feel like that's my strong point. Like I like to do just regular news videos where it's just mostly informative and a little bit of opinion, but I feel like it can just be like, I don't know, it just gets kind of boring. Like I like doing the news when I feel like there's exciting and really interesting news, but when it comes to the more like smaller stuff that's, you know, I don't really have much of an opinion on or I don't have any thoughts on. I agree. Like I like the opinionated stuff. I like to do the conjecture, but I feel like there can be room for all that different stuff on my channel. KD, you're saying way too much eye contact. You know something we don't. I got my eyes on you, Brody. Look, as I said before, man, if I know something that you don't, I've shared it with you already through all of these streams, everything I've talked about, everything we've said, everything I've covered. I've already told you what you need to know. So, yeah. Acute perspective effect. You said notice Microsoft E3 2021 ended on June 15th. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just a coincidence. Che, you're saying I saw the report of the history of Blue Box. Any reason why the logo is different and now looks more like a PlayStation Studios logo? Well, Hassan said himself, guys, in his interview, he did say that Sony noticed them after their game originally got canceled. And so apparently Sony has been aware of the studio for quite some time and has been working with them for quite some time. Supposedly. Let me see. Andrew. Hey, MBG, happy 90K. As Dutch Vanderlyn would say, have faith, people. Yeah. Have faith, people. I have a plan, Arthur. Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. People are like making memes of like Hassan. It was like Dutch. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. I see it. Sean O'Neill, you're saying, sorry, MBG, just tuning in from Ireland today. What have I missed today? What happened with the patch, etc.? We're actually going to talk about that soon. Chris B, people also forget Kojima distanced himself from PT for a time, so all the retweets yesterday were extra weird. Yeah, that's definitely something we have to acknowledge is that some people have told me that. They're like, dude, Kojima doesn't normally do that on PT's anniversary, or at least there was a period of time where he didn't. So I don't know. I would have to really do some digging to figure that out, but I wouldn't be surprised. Andreas, you're saying, I love how mad everyone seems to be about the app, but Blue Box just keeps gaining thousands of followers on Twitter. Guerrilla marketing at its finest. Congrats on the 90K, bud. Keep it up. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you now. I don't know if Blue Box is ever going to go away. I think they're a real studio, but I just think that there's something so crazy going on behind the scenes. I truly believe that. Ayo Theo, and I don't think it's just for them to gain followers. And like I said, like, I want you to keep in mind, Blue Box hasn't really asked anything of anybody other than for just some patience and for them to. Blue Box has essentially just asked us to believe them and for our patience and to hopefully look forward to what they have. That's, if you think about it, that's all they've asked for. And they've also asked us if we're ready, which we've obviously said over and over. Yeah, we're ready. Just turns out they're the ones that are not ready. I'm just saying, like, they have not requested money from us. They have not asked us to pre-order. I just find it crazy that so many people think like they're scamming. Like, what? Like, if they're scamming you of your time, it's because you're letting them. You're willingly giving them your time. Are they keeping us waiting? Oh yeah, dude. Are they going back and forth? Yes. But just keep in mind this idea that they're scamming you out of something, like something. I mean, you could argue, yeah, time is the most valuable thing you have. And that's why I encourage people. I'll say it one more time. If you don't believe, you got to walk away. Got to walk away. All right, guys, let's go over here. All right. So I do apologize that it took this long to like go over some of this stuff, but 90K special somewhat, I guess, got a lot of super chats. You guys are showing incredible support. I definitely want to give you your time to shine here and talk to you guys, but let's go over it. So something we have to acknowledge is that Blue Box Game Studios went on a deleting spree with their tweets. And so I want to go I was paying attention to the tweets that they deleted. It's just so random. Like this was I think the day after the begins with S, ends with L tweet. And they post this, and they kept this. Next-gen graphics, 4K 60, no HUD, manual ammo check, taking care of wounds, realistic cinematic survival, snowflakes of blood, gameplay reveal closing in. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. And then we have this one where they're highlighting the PlayStation blog post again, saying, in case you missed it, read the announcement we made earlier this year regarding the DualSense wireless controller and how it uses adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. And then this was like, again, this is just one of those things where like, this is a Kojima thing where it's like company fact, blue doesn't refer to the color. It refers to something else. Can you guess it? The correct answer is best level user experience. Black Waifus, you're saying, I think Bluepoint has something to do with all of this. They are the remake masters and these titles need remaking. I do wonder if Bluepoint is involved with this somehow. I think when it comes to Metal Gear, they are. I do. We'll see. But the correct answer is best level user experience. It stands for unique gameplay interactions with unparalleled user experiences. Those who were amongst the first ones to guess it will receive a DM shortly. And I don't think those DMs ever came. We wanted to answer the rumors one last time. We are a small indie studio with actual real people working on a passionate game. We want to do a live stream with a Q&A in where you can ask all your questions to clarify every confusion and rumors. We just want to set expectations. That Q&A never came. All right. Here's Hassan's message. It's a real person. Hassan's real. Moving on, though, and then we have Noir. Again, this studio that has never made an actual game or released a full game managed to get Noir Studio to make a personalized message for them. here's another video of Hassan. He was wearing a black shirt last time. Now he's wearing a white shirt. So, I don't know. It's really long, just visually speaking. So it's worth noting, you know, they delete the begins with S, ends with L tweet a week after. Are you saying Jeff received the DM? Yeah, I guess he did. A week after they put out the S and L tweet, they deleted it. They put this tweet out on July 27th. Are you ready? We are. Obviously, everybody believes this is Metal Gear related, and they don't delete it. So it's worth noting they went on a delete spree today on their account, and they didn't delete this tweet. They're keeping it up. Here's where this. I love this tweet right here, dude. I love this tweet right here. Yeah. I want you to just read the last line here. You'll also experience how the game feels like. With Abandoned, we wanted to deliver a new gameplay narrative. The way you explore, fight, and progress is all done differently and unique. So they're putting an emphasis on everything we're doing, progressing, exploring, fighting. It's all done differently, and it's unique. With the real-time experience, you'll not only get to see the high-end graphics, you'll also experience how the game feels like, allowing us to travel from point A to point B instantly to load data fast. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought this was funny because I'm like, yeah, I guess we are really experiencing how the Abandoned game feels. We're experiencing it in real time and we're feeling it, right? And then we also have the very important tweet that absolutely cannot be deleted. Hassan's clarification on the tree usage for Abandoned. I mean, this is a critical tweet that it would be unacceptable for them to get rid of this tweet. So that has to stay. That has to stay. And then they put out this teaser here. There was no music with this teaser. And then to everybody's shock, they tweet, the patch is now live. Please check the update availability on your console. The patch introduces the following: access to the app, a short introduction teaser for the app, along with its announcements. James, you're saying Kojima could deny and none would believe him. It will only lead to more speculation and harassment from Team Real. That's something he would say. Listen, I do agree that, like, it would be... Yeah, it wouldn't convince everybody. But I'm going to be honest with you. Not Kojima himself, but if the head of marketing, or I know that they have a person, I don't know his name, but he like runs the marketing to an extent over there at Kojima Productions. If they put out like a statement, like for real, and they were like, we have no association with Blue Box Game Studios or the Abandoned Realtime Experience app, and that's it. Like, I understand that it would, like, there would definitely be people who wouldn't believe it, but between Blue Box saying it and between Kojima putting out a statement saying it, and if Kojima stopped doing some weird ass stuff on his Twitter every single day, seemingly, like that too, I would believe it. But there's too much, you know? And honestly, if Kojima would be willing to put out, like, Konami has shot down rumors in the past so many times. You know, they have shot down rumors in the past so many times, and this time they're just not going to. You know what I'm saying? But they put out the, for those wondering, by the way, with this patch, I don't know how many of you listening to this didn't download it, or maybe some of you won't. But it's real, and they have more stuff coming on the app. But it was basically, it was the game, whatever their game is, you know? It was that teaser that we got the other day in real time, and it looked pretty good. But there was some music with it as well. James, you're saying, by the way, it's not a scam. It's a real game by a bad dev. Whole world watching them. A small percentage would still buy their product after it's exposed to big profit. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, dude. I'm not saying it's not possible. I mean, I would say at this point that if it is a small team and it's not Kojima, it's not Silent Hill, if they can deliver a great game, then dude, it's fine. Because in the end, that's really all you could ask for, right? It's just a great game. But I just don't believe it. I'll believe if they release a game, Blue Box Studios has a different name. It's not Silent Hill, and Kojima's nowhere to be seen, or Kojima's off doing Xbox stuff. I'll still give it a shot. I'll still play it. Crispy, you're saying, what about Ritas and the bunny suit? Nah, you're thinking too much about it, bro. You think Norman Reedus, during the time when all of this is going on, posting a picture of him with Robbie the rabbit from Silent Hill, you think they're related? What are you, insane? Come on, bro. So I said I'm downloading now. By the way, people were like, why are you telling us? I felt the need to say this because I just wanted people to know, like, it's real. Because when they first put this tweet out, I didn't see it. Like, it wasn't coming up for me. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I actually did get it. And I just wanted to, like, put this out and be like, I am downloading it. Like, it's real, Oh, wow, another failure. Oh my God, they're not lying. So yeah, this is this little clip right here, guys. This is it. This is the first teaser they put out. There's music, by the way, too. I don't want to play the music because I don't want to get copyright. I don't know if I would or not. But look at that. Do you see that? Please tell me you guys see that. Please tell me you see that. That looks so familiar. It's so reminiscent of look at that. Look at that design right there too. That UI design. Telling me to be careful. Yeah, I know. I'm a little bit nervous after what happened that one stream. Ayo Theo, you're saying new song in the teaser actually has no digital footprint. It was also supposedly released in 2007. You can only find it on Spotify, which allows you to change the release date at any time. Really? That is fascinating. That is fascinating. Prep Storm, you're saying Blue Box YouTube channel confirmed on another stream about a day ago. Full trailer comes at the end of the month. 2 weeks to Gamescom. PT announced at Gamescom. Could technically still be a Kojima ruse. It's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over. As you can see here with all of these boxes, it's not over till it's over, people. So that's why I'm saying keep the window cracked. Keep the window cracked. Just in case. Just in case. Let's see what else we got here. Everyone wanted PT, but you gave us PP. It's so true. It's so true. Playable prologue coming soon. You guys, come on, man. It gets so much better. I'm starting to see more and more people pay attention to Blue Box now. Like you got Legacy Killer, you got Prestige's Key, a Call of Duty. I believe he still does Call of Duty YouTuber. It was the same thing you showed us on the 10th, though. Is this a mistake? See that, dude? See, look at this. Look at this ratio here. People 100% believe this is a scam. People are dug in and they believe that this is a scam. And I'm not saying there isn't the possibility. It is. Like, it could be. But it's not over till it's over, people. It's not over till it's over. What I will say is that this did not... See, look, why did you delete your tweets from the past couple of days trying to hide something like many games or teasers which were delayed first, then didn't come out since 2015? Just curious. Unfortunately, I still don't have a PS5, so I can't try it. See, dude, look at how mad people are. This is why I'm saying, like, people have no clue, man. They have no clue. They have no clue. At least it seems like it. It's unreal how far this has went. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I told you guys, I said, this is unbelievable. It is not believable. None of this is truly believable. And yet it's happening right in front of us. Someone tag me if this ends up being Kojima or Silent Hill or Metal Gear related. Bro, why would you do that to us? Don't dare hurt me. Watch it be the walking gift they posted 3 days ago. He was right. He was right. Oh, man. Dude, it's crazy how angry people are. Dude, I love that. This is the game, people. This is the game. This is what they want. You're all playing the game. You're showing your clips. You're showing yourselves playing the game in real time. Teaser within a teaser within a teaser, people. Bro, that trailer was nothing. Delete this. Stop. Don't you love how, like, the further this escalates, like, the more that people collectively get angry, the more attention it's getting. Like, it's working, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's working. I've been following this. I'm seeing more and more people coming to this. More than I've ever seen. I saw today for the first time Abandoned trending at 25K tweets. Don't you see it's working? It's working. And anytime somebody thinks, everybody sits here and they think, I'm done. I'm done. Like, no, you're not, because watch what happens in the next week. Watch it unfold and watch how you come back. You will come back. And you will experience an array of emotion. Saying, yeah, but this is negative energy, bro. It will backfire. You would be shocked. You would be shocked how quickly negative energy can be converted into positive energy under the right circumstances. Under the right circumstances, you would be surprised what you could achieve collectively. It's all about the circumstances. I'm an absolute grifter. Okay, dude. Yeah, I know. Metal Gear Solid is just my favorite video game franchise of all time. You know, I've been a Kojima fan since I was a kid, but yeah, I'm just a grifter. I'm a grifter. Yep, that's what it is. MBG, you seem extremely confident. Look, it's like I said, I'm coming off extremely confident because I believe this is what it is, what I think it is, what I've been saying it is. I will accept if I'm wrong. I will accept it, okay? Like, I'm not going to sit here and get angry and get upset and fight people. You know, I'll be sad. I'm not going to lie. I will be pretty sad I'll accept it, but I will be a little bit sad if I'm wrong about this, because I believe so deeply that like, I know what this is. Like, I know what it is. I know it. I feel it. Like I literally feel it. And if I'm wrong and this is just not at all it, and it like everybody's like, dude, we tried telling you, yeah, I'll be upset and I'll accept it. And I'll be like, you know what? I really was off, like way off the mark on this one, but I don't think I am. I really don't. KD, you're saying maybe Abandoned isn't a MGS remake, MGS6 or Silent Hill or Hills, and Abandoned is more about the friends we made along the way. It's still hashtag Team Real or Die, though. Kanye shrug, hashtag 90K, hashtag 100K soon. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I mean, look, man, it's like I've said, you know, people are like, what if you're wrong? It's like, you know what? I could be wrong in the end, but there's something to be said about the experience and the community and the way we've all come together and I think experience this, because if nothing happens in the end, if a group of developers or just a developer presents to you a game and the game is called Abandoned Realtime Experience, and in the end you end up abandoned, and that was the experience in real time, did they technically did they lie to you? Technically, they told you up front what it was. I mean, maybe they were expecting people to take it literally and just nobody took it literally. I don't know. Anger is also a powerful marketing tool. Cope harder. Dude, I love these people that show up cope harder. Like, dude, I don't know why. Is that how I'm coming off like I'm coping? I mean, sure, dude. I do want you to know though, I'm glad you're here though, man. You know, I am glad you're here though. I mean, you could be doing literally, like, dude, you could be doing literally anything, but you came here and you just wanted to let me know I need to cope harder, dude. I gotta tell you, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, it's crazy to me to think you could be doing anything in the world. You could be spending your time anyway, but you came here to let me know that. It means a lot to me, bro. Alex Brown, you're saying, what if this whole thing is a Silent Hill starring Solid Snake? Yeah, dude, I bet you that's what it is, man. Silent Hill starring Solid Snake. Bad ending. It's the announcement of Metal Gear Survive 2. Oh my God. Well, to an extent, even if that's what it is, I was a little bit right. Konami was involved. Right? You're saying I should have believed in Grubb. I'm assuming you mean Jeff Grubb, but why? Why, though? There has not been an update from Jeff Grubb on the Kojima situation, and you would think that if there was a significant update, he would want to, right now, more than ever, be like, guys, you know, like, this is what's going on. Because if that was true and he had more contacts, right? He could have, like, again, I think that maybe he could shut it down. The update was he's doing an episodic thing at Xbox. No, was it? Did it say something about it being episodic? Primal Plasma, you're saying, here's a question we need to ask: was the 7-second demo rendered in real time by PS5 engine, and is the room in the trailer still there? I think it was. I mean, they're saying it is. It's all in real time. Ayo Theo, you're saying, have you looked into the lyrics yet? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I should do that. Before I do that, though, I do want to do this. I want to check out Kojima's Twitter again because, you know, there's stuff that has been going on his Twitter in the past couple of days that, I just need it to be known. They're just apparently more coincidences. That's all they are in the eyes of a lot of people. And I I don't look at every Kojima tweet and find something. I want you to know this. I don't actively look for these things. People present it to me, and I look at it, and I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. And then I look at it, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely a little strange. But like, I follow Kojima on Twitter, and there's a lot of stuff he posts where it's like, yeah, it's just whatever. And then there's other stuff where it's like for example, yesterday he posted that book, which the abandoned amusement park. It's like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Vermilion 83, you're saying that's way too much evidence there's way too much evidence pointing to this being a new Silent Hill and MGS for it not to be either one. I'm not giving up hope. The evidence is there, man. I agree. The evidence is there. I almost think this is like an exercise in like, how obvious can we make it without actually telling you? You know what I mean? I almost feel like that's what this is. It's like, how obvious can we make it without actually telling you? And I think that's what makes it so interesting, is that it is frankly pretty obvious, but yet, like, people will just, they don't want to believe, man. Yeah, there is something to be said about this process. What I mean by that is, at the end of it, there is going to be a take-home message, and I'm interested to know what it's going to be. Nicholas in the morning. So next, a top secret meeting. For some reason, Director Refn joined in. Wear a mask, please. It's Kojima in his top secret meetings. He had to share that today. He had to share it today. He just wants you to know it's a top secret meeting. And look, guys, look at the pictures he has here. BB, Hartman from Death Stranding. Definitely nothing to do with anything going on. It's all Death Stranding related. He's even pointing. He's like making it clear. Alexozy is saying late night vocals from 2007 at Amazon is clearly like the song in the trailer Abandoned. MBG, check the Devolver Digital tweet. Let me check him out real quick. I'll check him on my phone because I want to keep this up. Yeah, Abandoned is trending again. I'm checking the Devolver Digital tweet real quick. So did Kojima make that game or not? Dude, do you see what I'm saying? More people are giving it attention than ever before, because that's the point. I'm going crazy because people don't want to see it. IGN's tweeting about it. Oh, man. It's delusions of grandeur. I mean, look, if that's what this is, man, this thing has messed me up. If I'm like dead wrong in the end, if I'm like 100% wrong, then this whole thing messed me up, because at that point I'm like, I can't, like, if I'm wrong, I won't be able to trust myself and my intuition anymore. It'll be the biggest mind F ever, dude. Kojima's trending, Abandoned's trending. Like, it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. Like, there's a reason why this stuff is trending. Shindo, you're saying Kojima spoke about the trailer he made on the 10th. He said it could be the shortest trailer ever. Could it have been the Abandoned trailer and not Death Stranding? Gee, I wonder. So look, dude, let's keep going further here. I love the faces Kojima makes because you can just tell he knows. You know, like he knows, and he's laughing so hard right now. So here was him retweeting a bunch of PT stuff, movie stuff, Death Stranding stuff. I want to get to some of the other tweets where he look at this. Look at what he retweets, dude. Sam Porter Bridges in the freaking PT concept trailer hallway. Like, but he can do it. And anybody who thinks anything more of it is crazy because it's PT's anniversary. He can do it. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think would happen if Kojima tweeted something about PT on Monday? You know, like this upcoming Monday. Like, you think people just be like, "Oh, it was." Brandon Chad Perez, you're saying it's like when the haters see us having fun. They'll try everything to get us to stop. Real or not, this has been entertaining AF. Sad. Yeah, there's always going to be haters, man. Like I said at the beginning of this video or this stream, I can't avoid it, you know, and I'd rather just ignore it, or at least try my best to, because I am having fun. It's a blue box Twitter civil war. Yeah, it is. Bill Deleuze, you're saying the fact it dropped on Twitter at 3:54 and no one is talking about this, and Kojima's Sony MP3 player time kills me. Look it up. I think I saw somebody mention that where they were like, he's actually, every time he posts his Kojima frequently posts like here his when he's listening to music on his Walkman, the time at which he's posting. Oh, dude, wait. Hold on. You said, so this was on August 12th. So, let me check my calendar here for a second. So the 12th, I guess that would be what, like 6? Yeah, I don't know that makes sense. That doesn't make sense though, man. Like, there would have to be something else. I see. This is where I feel like when you start to look for the littlest things, it's always at 54. Yeah, but I don't know, man. 10:54, 9:54, 8:54, but then he just skips to 6:54. See, it's just, I feel like there's stuff that's just way more obvious that's already there. You know what I'm saying? He's counting down to the August 19th state of play. Yeah. Let's keep going here. Blue Box posted the app at 3:54 today. Yeah, but wouldn't that be a jump from 6 to 3? Unless I missed something, maybe. He really likes, yeah. I'm trying to find it. Man, I forgot how much he... Look at this, dude. Like, launch trailer, I was tweaking a few frames, and I played around with it a lot, and it might have changed my impression. Let's keep it cool. This current version was more left-brainy correct. Guys. Okay. You say blue. Yeah, dude, listen. People wondering why Kojima has been talking about right brain versus left brain for the past, like, couple weeks, especially when talking about creating this trailer. Look at what he said here on August 11th. The current version is more left-brainly correct. Dude, when you talk about your left brain, that you're more analytical, more reasonable, logical thinking, like robotic type. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the left brain works. The right brain is your more artistic, more open mind, you know, more abstract ways of thinking. All I'm saying is that this trailer we got from Blue Box, all left brain, bro. All left brain. Like, this made everybody, no one, notice how no one cares about the actual content in that trailer. Like, very few people care about what you're seeing, the wooden floorboards, the person who's walking by, what they're dressed in. No one's focusing on that. Literally everybody is looking at this and they're saying, oh, this is lame. This is a 4-second teaser. You guys are fake. This isn't real. They're all being very analytical, very robotic, very close-minded. Why do you think I've been trying to tell you guys, keep your minds open, at least just a little bit? Jordan, you're saying, I think you sent me a link. I can't click links through Super Chats, buddy. You're saying these are the lyrics to the track that's in the app intro teaser, 100% Silent Hill, in my opinion. The whole point is to connect us all. I will find those lyrics. Don't worry. Just somebody remind me before the stream's over, and we'll read the lyrics together. Zach, you're saying, love your stuff, MBG. Go back up and look at the photo of Kojima and Hartman again. He's wearing a t-shirt with a blue box, posing in front of a blue box. It's all there for you guys. And I'm sure that the only reason Kojima just wants to use this picture, this Prime 1 doll, this cutie one, whatever it's called, with his mouth zipped up. It's because why not? Especially when talking about this trailer. He wants you to know. Launch trailer, yeah, I was tweaking a few frames. You want to, so here's, oh, I want to go to his other account, because there was something else interesting that had happened today, actually, or was yesterday, technically. Let me find it. Che, you're saying probably Kojima's last game. He's going out big. I thought about that too. I really did. I thought, dude, if like he's getting up there. You know, he is up there in age. And like, you have to, every game, his past like 4 games, he says like his last game. But if he really is going to like retire, or potentially maybe he's going to move on to like movies or something, and this is going to be his last game, I mean, you better, I was really thinking about that. I was like, dude, he's going to go out with the biggest bang, and it's going to be memorable. Like, no one's going to forget it, you know? I need to find, not this. This one right here. Look at this. He posts this 11:02 a.m. I write sentences, comments, and tweets on my smartphone, so recent sentences are quite strange. Will these remain as digital content data, document data for posterity? Isn't it a little strange how he puts this tweet out, where he talks about tweets, comments as a digital document? Will it remain? And Blue Box deletes a bunch of tweets today. It's interesting to me. Kojima seems to be very much fixated on people remembering him, and specifically data and content. And I do wonder, like, you know, if this is his thing going on here, like, he clearly wants this to be something that no one ever forgets. Like, I don't know. Lex Gamer, you're saying, hey, MBG, this can't just be a small indie messing up. Sony approves of everything going on right now. There's more to this. Lex from South Africa, hashtag Kojima. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're saying it's just a bad translation. That's not what he's talking about. I don't know, man. No one will let it go. No one will let it go. It's not just me. Like, it's too, there's too much. There's too much. All right, so I'm going to bring this up for a second here, guys. I'm going to leave this Reddit up here for 1 second. All right, we're not going to actually go over to the Reddit, but I want to view something on my thing here. Just give me 1 second. Ryan, you're saying, what's up, MBG? I'm still mind-boggled. Excuse me, especially now. Is it just me, or has the number of tweets went up for BB games, even though they deleted some? I don't think so. I doubt it. Dude, Abandoned is now trending with 39,000 tweets. Oh, boy. Just hold, bear with me 1 sec, guys. I'm just... trying to find... I wanted to read some stuff that people were saying. I hope that... So he says, anyone who says this is a scam doesn't actually understand the definition of the word scam. And then somebody says, all right, then it's just BS. Is it? Is it BS? I will, dude, I'm looking at some of the responses that people are giving me here on Twitter. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm assuming those of you who are here right now, maybe not everybody. Those of you that are here right now, okay, and some of you, maybe a lot of you who were here earlier but that left. I feel like it's going to be a long weekend. All right. It's going to be a long weekend. I feel like over the course of this upcoming weekend, I'm going to spend probably most of the time, you know, if podcast and whatever, maybe tomorrow's video talking about some of the other news and stuff that we missed. But I'm reading a lot of stuff that people are sending me. All right. I don't know how this is all going to end. Where do we watch my podcast? I do it here on YouTube. Every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how this is going to end. All right. Saying you expect this to go on for months? It could. It could. I don't know that I mean, I'd keep going, you know. It's not hurting me. This is helping me, you know. This is helping me, and it's helping us come together, and you know, it's been an entertaining thing so far, mostly. I understand that if I am wrong about this, all right, I understand that if I am wrong about this, I'm going to feel the weight of that. And people, there are going to be people who never let it, like, you know, let me live it down. Primal Plasma, you're saying, I had a weird thought. Is Kojima dying? Oh my God, I hope not, dude. That would just be, my God. No. Man, that would be really sad, though. I don't think so. People forget how much Koji has gaslit us. By the way, for people wondering, when is getting people angry over marketing ever been a good marketing tactic? Exhibit A, Metal Gear Solid 2. Very different situation, but just saying. Also, people were furious at first when Snake was old in MGS4. People were like, what the? Like, what did you do to Snake? Oh, my voice just cracked real bad there. I'm getting hungry. Sorry, I'm just checking something right now. Aothea, you're saying I don't believe this is a marketing tactic, but a social experiment. It could be. I think it's both. I think it is a social experiment. But I just wanted to say, guys, like, I understand the weight behind me potentially being wrong. I understand that there are going to be people who literally never let me live it down. And I could end up going down in history as the guy that just wouldn't believe, you know, that this wasn't real and that this wasn't Kojima. And, you know, it would be a thing that just kind of sticks with me forever. But I also think to myself, you know, I see a lot of the nasty things that people say to me over on Twitter and in my comments, and, you know, they make fun of me when I'd be like, I sure hope you guys are here. Like, I really do. I really hope you're here if I'm right. You know? I understand if you're not going to be. I understand if you just prefer to go away or just stay quiet. But I really hope that if I'm right, that they stick around. All right? And I'm not going to blame anybody. Well, there are a few people. There are a few people that, if I'm right, I'm going to, yeah, I'm just going to, you know, just make it known, like, hey, let me see. So I'm going to read. So I put out a tweet. I'm not going to show it because I'm pretty sure some people posted some inappropriate images. So I'm not going to bring it up. And we'll go with the stream just a little bit longer. I am absolutely starving right now. So I'm going to read a little bit. I asked you guys, I asked you your thoughts. I said, please provide some pictures and videos from the app as well and some interesting finds, if any. I'll go live and we can take a look at them. Obviously, I'm actually not going to do that because there are literally people who are trying to damage my stream and hurt my stream, and they want my stream to be taken down. So it's like, you know, hold on one sec, guys. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm currently just trying to scroll through and like I don't want anything bad to happen, so hold on. Okay, apologize, guys. So we have Alexo Z. You're saying there's something strange. Y654854 by 2 posts from Kojima. Y54 is in it. So somebody said this is my smoking gun. I don't know what this is, but this is Kojima talking. It looks like it was from a while ago during like the Phantom Pain days, like 2015 potentially. So
フォックスエンジンでサイレントヒルを作ったらどんだけ怖いかっていう、実験をも兼ねてたんですけど、実はですね、これインディーズに見えないといけないんで、かなり手を抜いてます。So actually, this was an experiment of making a horror game with the Fox engine, but it had to look like an independent developer game. So we had to drop the quality intentionally quite a bit. すごい難しかったです。今まで一番難しかった。フォックスエンジンでもっと綺麗に書けたり、もっと操作感とかも良くしたり、もっと驚かしたりできるんですけど、それ以上すると、プロが作ってるっていうのはバレてしまうんで、そこのさじ加減っていうのがなかなかできなくて、一番今までで難しかったですね。That was the most difficult thing I've done this far because using the Fox engine, we can do better graphics, better playability, but we want to lower that because if we raise the bar that high, people would know that it was a big studio behind it. So that was one of the most difficult things I've done.
So, do you guys hear that? That was Kojima explaining PT, and he basically was saying he had to, to convince people that they were an indie studio, he had to lower the graphics and all this. And we know this. I'm telling you, this is the same thing. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. They're going to convince people that, like, they're telling people we're an indie studio, but everything they're doing and saying and talking about, like 7 outsourcing studios, even this, like the graphical quality of what we saw, like they think it's like everybody's like everything about your game sounds like it's AAA, but they're like, no, we're an indie game. We're an indie game. I'm just saying it's the same thing, just taken to another level and it's the opposite. It's literally reversed. So, yeah, I don't know. I came across that. But yeah, let me go over some responses that people put here. Okay. Somebody said, I was really looking forward to the real-time experience concept because most trailers suffer under YouTube's compression, but I don't know why they thought this trailer needed to be shown on there. Way too short and was already shown on Twitter. The quality of it, by the way, it definitely seems like it's in real time because it was looking pretty good from what I could see. Ray, you're saying you said it before. If you done it once, if you do it again, you got to step it up. He stepped it way up. Yeah, dude, I also feel like for Kojima, again, he's getting older. Like, people would ask, like, why would he take it this far? I think it's because it's like, if there was a price to be paid, would he be willing to pay this price where, like, you're going to make some people mad and some people are just not going to be okay with it? And I feel like in his mind, he's like, this is my last hurrah. Maybe. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like he's getting older. He'll never have the opportunity. If this is Silent Hill and things are coming back with Konami, if it is, he'll never, ever have an opportunity like this again. And so it's like, now's the time, dude. Like, unleash the Kraken, right? That is his just most insane marketing ploy. And who knows? Maybe the only way this could have happened, like people say, well, how could Sony convince Kojima and Konami to get back together? Maybe this was it. He's like, look, I will only agree to do this again and do this with you guys if you let me do the marketing. I'm just saying, maybe that was one of the convincing factors, you know? Yeah, he's 57 years old. So I'm just saying, man, like, games take years to make. And I don't, again, this would be the last opportunity for something like this. Somebody says, as an Xbox fan, this is pure comedy. Okay. No, that's fine, dude. Keep the energy, right? Somebody says, I think it's Melanie says, I know I will again get a lot of hate from all those people who think this is a scam, but the sound is very special and immediately reminds me of a special game. Higgs says, there's nothing at all. The studio is a joke. At least they can make the teaser longer than what they tweeted. Anime for Entertainment says, this type of music that is used is Kojima-like. Somebody like enhanced this image or whatever, and there's like a table in a room. Looks just like the room from PT. Kyle says they're either incompetent or trolling us. It's one or the other. I do want to show this image really quick to you guys, so I'm going to bring it up here. This is another one of the images that's used in the app, and it's like, if you look at this, like, this isn't enhanced. There's a door, dude. There's a table right there, clear as day. It literally looks like the room. It's the room from PT. It's the starting room from PT. That's what that is. Like, I can't see it any other way. So just wanted to bring that up. Somebody says, Gavin says, clothes the guy is wearing in the teaser app, brown jacket, jeans, and brown shoes. Harry Mason's clothes in Silent Hill 1, brown jacket, jeans, and brown shoes. It's not PT, it's a Silent Hill 1 remake, or not. Let me see. H. Zinal says, you're going to be so disappointed. Only the freaking teaser from 3 days ago is available. Everything else is coming soon. Let's see. People are showing like comparison images. Same trail. Michael says same trailer as the 3 seconds of footsteps we saw just in the app. No haptic feedback or anything else yet. Somebody says the table and door at the end of the teaser that looks very reminiscent of PT. I'm still on board that this is Silent Hill and or MGS. Useless bathhouse, you're saying, did people forget how Koji drip fed Death Stranding? People forget very quickly. Billy Too Smooth, you're saying, when is this getting fully revealed and how can we have a Sony event on the 19th and it's not announced yet? Much love, MBG. Congrats on 90K. Longtime fan. Thank you so much, man. I think the way Sony has a state of play or an event, if they do, like next week, I think there could be a tease of some sort. Another teaser. Like they'll bring up the Blue Box Game Studios logo and it'll be like another really obscure teaser. But by that point, people will be like, what? Sony's acknowledging Blue Box? Watch that be exactly what happens. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't know, man. Primal Plasma, you're saying try moving the character during the trailer. No, I think this is genuinely a teaser, and the purpose of the teaser is to, because I was kind of surprised, guys. I'm like, the graphical quality, like this is not compressed at all. Like this looks like what the game would look like. If you watch this teaser on the app on your PS5, pay close attention. It's not compressed. Like it's the real thing. It looks much like 1,000 times better than that. Everybody's complaining because they're like, oh, it's the same teaser. It's the same teaser. It's like, I get it. I know it's underwhelming, but pay attention to what they're trying to convey to you. What they're trying to convey is that if you watch it on Twitter, that little 4-second teaser looks good, looks solid, you know, go watch it on the app on your TV. You're going to notice there's a huge quality difference. I feel like everybody is missing that. And that was the point of this. Okay. They're trying to show you that this is, yeah, it's the real-time app. Anyway, let's read the lyrics of the song that played. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do this, and I think I'll end the stream after we go over this because I got to go and I got to eat soon. Ryan, again, you're saying should watch the beginning of the Silent Hills trailer and then watch the teaser. Footsteps start. Both of them sounds identical, to be honest. Yeah, they do, don't they? Some people have been doing some comparisons. By the way, guys, I want to ask one last time. I'll probably ask one more time before I actually end the stream, but hit the like button. We're at 1,700 likes. I know we can do it. Let's all pull together. Can we get 2,000 likes before we end the stream? I would like it if more people could come to this stream, Not only so we can continue to grow the community, but I want people to be part of this. So please hit that like button if you haven't already. And thank you to those that have. Here are the lyrics, apparently, to the song that was played. Now, we only heard a couple seconds of the song that was played in this trailer. But the lyrics are, I remember I was chasing you down corridors with walls that moved, through places I had been before, shifting rooms and closing doors, and seeing that you could run so fast, out of breath, I couldn't last as you slowly disappeared. I couldn't shout, you couldn't hear. And I wake up to discover that this bed is all my own, and the morning light comes streaming in through my window. And if I close my eyes, I see the fading whisper of the dream about the time when you first kissed me, the memories I saw stars. Back into the dream I fell, through the fields, up to the hill. I could feel the town below, sleeping underneath the snow. We sat across the fallen tree, gave up all your soul to me, but I could hear a false alarm as I wrapped you in my arms. So those are the lyrics. I mean, it's interesting lyrics, I guess. Bikini poster in that blurry image, very Kojima. Yeah, right. Yeah, guys, it's been, I know, dude. Listen, you guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this has been an experience for me, man. Like, it has been draining, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Before I end this, I do want to say, like, one of the reasons why I really hope I am right about this is because, frankly, I don't think I'm gonna have it in me. Like, I just don't think I'm gonna have it in me to deal with the level of harassment I'm gonna get if I'm wrong. But I can't give up on my beliefs. I can't. A lot of people have been telling me, like, just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. It's like, I want to talk about it. I do, and I want to go over it, but I'm just not going to have it in me to deal with the amount. You say I deserve it. I deserve it. Well, hey, man, I'm not saying whether or not I do or do not deserve it if I'm wrong. Okay? It's not a matter of that. I'm just simply saying, like, I'm definitely, after this experience, I'm not going to be able to deal with it. Like, I'll probably have to take an extended break. But the good news is, if I'm right, I mean, at that point, it's like, right now, I feel like I've been drugged through the mud with this, like everybody else, right? Like, I feel like I've been drugged through the mud. Like, I'm waiting, and I'm like, I need liberation here. Like, I need to know what this is. I need to get my mind off of it. And I feel like the only way I can get my mind off it is I have to know for sure what it is. And I can't give up on it because I don't know yet for sure. I still don't know. Like, I was so convinced that this patch wasn't coming. I'm like, yeah, everybody's saying this is a scam or they don't believe it. And the studio's history, they don't actually follow up and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this isn't coming today. And I saw that they updated their thing in the morning, and I'm like, oh, like, the website was updated, said it's coming in a few hours. A few hours went by, nothing happened. And I'm like, maybe at 3 o'clock. They did say 21, whatever that time, like CET, I guess. And I'm like, maybe 3 o'clock. And then lo and behold, at 3 o'clock, they did it. And I'm like, oh. I know, like, the teaser was definitely underwhelming, but I have to say I was just surprised to see that they were. I mean, Blue Box told me, they're like, dude, it's a teaser within a teaser within a teaser, and it blew my mind because I'm like, I was convinced that this studio is going to be gone. I'm like, this is going to be over, that they're going to be gone, and I didn't think this was going to actually happen. And then, like, they say, no, we're working on it. It's a teaser and a teaser and a teaser, and I'm like, all right. And today came, and I'm like, we still don't have anything. And we got it. And so, yeah, I just, it is what it is, guys. I do want to say that I don't know what's going to happen next. What I will say is that regardless of what happens next, I have to again give a huge thank you to all of you for continually supporting me through this. I kid you not, without your support, I probably would be feeling pretty bad right now because of some of the crap that I've had to deal with. But you guys genuinely make it not only worth it, but you turn the experience around for me personally. And I don't mean, I know I sound like I'm kissing ass this entire stream, but it's 90K, and it's like, dude, when I started this YouTube channel, I was like, if I could just get 100 subscribers, how do I do that? And like, here we are at 90K, and we got some crazy stuff going on, and you guys show crazy support. So huge thank you. And, you know, at this point in time, I know it sounds crazy because it's like, how many times am I have to say this? I don't know, but we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to see what happens next. For those, I see some people asking, is this going to be available afterwards? Yes, it will be. I'm not getting rid of it. Or I just want you to know, the only reason the other day I had to private that one stream was because I came across an image on Twitter accidentally that was not YouTube friendly at all. Like, I couldn't keep it up, and I tried editing it, and YouTube's editor was giving me trouble. So unfortunately, you know, there was nothing too insane that happened on that stream or anything. So yeah, it was just that one stream. So other than that, they're all up. So I'll keep this one up too. One last time, I'll just ask, hit the like button on your way out. If you want to do me a favor too, if you're feeling like you really want to, come back to the stream when it's done processing, or you should have access to it. Leave a comment, just leaving your thoughts, letting me know what you think. That also helps. But yeah, it's been crazy, guys. It's been the horrific brown eye. Damn. Why was I acting so weird in my last stream? So I did what I will tell you, a lot of people were asking me about that. Watch the stream. I tell you what happened, but that emotion you saw was me being caught way off guard. Like, to the point where something happened, and what had happened was Blue Box had they responded to my question, but they did so in the middle of my stream. In that stream, I was saying, I'm pretty sure Blue Box is going away. And they responded to me in the middle of it, and they answered my question, and they're like, no, we're working on the app, and we just want everybody to know it's a teaser within a teaser within a teaser, and it's in real time. And I was just so shook at the fact that that happened in the middle of my stream. I was like, whoa, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not going to be gone tomorrow. So that's why I changed the title, and why I kind of got a little bit depressed, because I'm almost like, oh my God, like, it made me second guess myself for a minute. But then, like, more stuff happens, and I go back and I refresh myself, and I'm like, there's just too much. So hopefully you guys understand. You're saying show us the DMs. Well, look, I don't want to. I would have to ask if I can do that or not. I definitely don't want to breach privacy. I'm not about that. That to me is not right. If it, I'll reach out to them. Maybe, maybe they'll let me, maybe not. I know, dude, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to stop talking, because I know people are not going to believe me. I understand, but I just want you to know, for those who don't believe me, I could at any time put it out there publicly. I literally could. And I just don't, if I really felt that worried that, like, oh, people think I'm a liar and they don't believe me, like, you don't have to believe me, and that's okay. But just know, at any moment in time, if I really thought, like, okay, people are turning on me because they legitimately think I'm lying to them, I have it right there ready to go. Not that I would. I'm just saying and I would try to talk to Blue Box and be like, hey, Blue Box, whoever I'm talking to, Hassan, I don't know. I would just say, look, dude, people, they don't believe me. I'm going to have to do something, and I'm sure that they would understand. But, I'd rather just respect privacy. And I'm trying to be honest with you guys and tell you, like, the reason why I was caught off guard in that stream was because I got that message, and I was just like, wow, that is a little bit mind blowing, because it made me feel like, oh God, are they watching me? And then it just suddenly made me be like, I don't know, like, am I wrong? Like, am I, you know, I don't know. It's a great, by the way, thank you, Channel of Triumph. Thank you for that. So ask for permission and not for forgiveness. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a weird situation, and this is why I'm like, I have to be right about this in the end. Like, I have to. There's just too much going on here for me to just believe, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. So, yeah. I also, you know what? Last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to end the stream because it's going on too long. I also do want to apologize for the way I was acting in my last stream, because I didn't realize in the moment, like, how much dead air there was. Like, I was just sitting there and there was, like, I wasn't responding or anything. Like, I was just really confused and baffled. And some people were like actually upset, because like, dude, like, why are you just sitting there? And so hopefully you understand, it was just literally me being caught completely off guard and not at all, you know, ready for that to happen in the middle of my stream. So I want to apologize for that. Roberto, you're saying, hey, the app just updated on my PS5 with a new screen. Yeah, we all got that, buddy. We all got the saying hypnosis. We all got the app update. So you're saying David Jaffe, he believes it's 90% still Kojima. Something I noticed is that David Jaffe, Colin Moriarty, people who have been in the industry for a very long time, they're all saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, this has to be Kojima, and like Konami and Sony. Like, there's just no way it's not. I don't know. Yeah, that's what they're saying too. But all right, guys, I'm going to go. I got to go eat, spend some time with the family. So thank you guys so much for all your support. That's going to do it for this stream. And we'll see what happens next. Hopefully I'll be able to produce my normal content throughout the weekend. Look forward to that. And I look forward to sharing whatever happens next and experiencing it with you guys next week. Hopefully there's big things in store. That's my hope anyway. But that does it for this stream, guys. Appreciate the support. And really quick, Sir Speaks a Lot. You're saying it's okay, MBG. If we end up being wrong, I'll take the brunt of the backlash. Little comps want to play rough. They got to go through my triple. Okay. All right, Sir Speaks a Lot. Feel free to nuke Sir Speaks a Lot. It's the end of the stream, so we'll celebrate 90K with a 90-second nuke. So, all right, guys. I will catch you all next time. Until then, take care, guys.